Hey there, Scholar-to-be! Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the top 10 things you didn't know about grad school. Because let's face it, the brochures don't always give you the full picture, do they? Whether you're currently drowning in applications, anxiously awaiting acceptance letters, or already knee-deep in textbooks and research papers, these tips and secrets will help you navigate the wild and sometimes wacky world of higher education. Think of this video as your unofficial survival guide, packed with insider knowledge and maybe a few laughs along the way. So buckle up, grab your favorite study snack, and let's get started. Okay, let's talk money. We all know grad school can be expensive, right? But what they don't always tell you about are the hidden costs, those sneaky little expenses that can really add up. Sure, tuition is a big one, but have you factored in lab fees? Depending on your field, those beakers and Bunsen burners can put a serious dent in your budget. And then there are the conferences, those academic gatherings where you present your research and network with other brilliant minds. Yeah, those often involve travel expenses, accommodation. And let's not forget about conference fees. Suddenly, that weekend trip to share your groundbreaking research on, say, the mating habits of earthworms becomes a significant investment. Oh, and speaking of research, depending on your project, you might need to purchase specialized software, databases, or even equipment. And don't forget rent, food, transportation. These everyday expenses don't magically disappear just because you're a student. So before you commit to a program, make sure you factor in these hidden costs and create a realistic budget. Trust me, your future self will thank you. All right, let's talk about networking. Now, I know some of you might cringe at the word. It feels forced, awkward, maybe even a little bit icky. But trust me, in the world of academia, networking is key, and it doesn't have to be painful. Think of it less about schmoozing and more about building genuine connections with people who share your passions. Your professors, for example, are incredible resources. They've been in your shoes, they know the field, and they often have connections that can open doors for you. Go to their office hours, chat about their research, ask for advice, and don't forget about your fellow grad students. These are the people who understand the struggles and triumphs of grad school better than anyone. They're your future colleagues, collaborators, and maybe even lifelong friends. Attend departmental events, join student organizations, go to those sometimes awkward grad student mixers. You never know where you'll meet your next research partner or stumble upon an opportunity that could change your academic trajectory. So you've got classes, research, maybe even a part-time job. Oh, and you'd like to have some semblance of a social life. Welcome to the juggling act that is grad school time management. The key here is to find what works for you. Some people thrive on structured schedules, meticulously planning every hour of the day. Others prefer inspiration strikes. Whatever your style, there are a few universal tips that can help you tame the beast of deadlines and procrastination. First, break down large tasks into smaller, more manageable chunks. That dissertation seems less daunting when you focus on writing one chapter at a time, right? Second, prioritize ruthlessly. Not everything on your to-do list carries the same weight. Learn to identify the most important tasks and focus your energy on those first. And finally, embrace the power of saying no. It's okay to decline extra commitments if your plate is already full. Remember, you can't do it all, and that's okay. Let's be real, grad school isn't just about expanding your mind, it's also about not completely emptying your bank account. That's where research funding comes in. Think of it as the fairy godmother of academia, waving her magic wand, or in this case, checkbook, to make your research dreams a reality. Now, I know the world of grants and fellowships can seem intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. First, there are different types of funding available, from internal grants offered by your university to prestigious national fellowships. Second, each funding opportunity has specific eligibility requirements and application procedures, so do your research. Start by checking out your university's financial aid office and online databases like grants.gov. Third, crafting a compelling grant proposal is crucial. This is your chance to convince the funding agency that your research is important, innovative, and worthy of their support. Finally, don't be afraid to ask for help. Your professors, mentors, and even fellow grad students can provide invaluable feedback on your proposals and increase your chances of securing funding. Let's get real for a moment. Grad school can be tough. The pressure to succeed, the long hours, the constant self-doubt, it can take a toll on your mental health, and that's okay. It's important to remember that you're not alone in this. Many grad students struggle with anxiety, stress, imposter syndrome, you name it. The first step is acknowledging that your mental health is just as important as your physical health. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's essential for your well-being and your academic success. Fortunately, most universities offer a range of mental health resources specifically for students. Counseling centers provide confidential therapy sessions, support groups offer a safe space to connect with others who understand what you're going through, and workshops can equip you with coping mechanisms and stress management techniques. Remember, there's no shame in seeking help. In fact, it's a sign of strength and self-awareness. So prioritize your mental health, reach out for support when you need it, and remember that it's okay to not be okay sometimes. Okay, let's talk about life after grad school. I know, it feels like light years away right now, but trust me, it'll be here before you know it. And while you're busy navigating the world of academia, there's a secret weapon at your disposal: career services. Now, you might be thinking, career services, isn't that just for undergrads? Nope. Many universities have dedicated career centers specifically for graduate students, offering a range of resources tailored to your needs. Think of it as your one-stop shop for all things career-related. Need help crafting the perfect resume or cover letter? They've got you covered. Want to practice your interviewing skills? They offer mock interviews with feedback. Looking for internships or job opportunities in your field? They often have exclusive access to employer databases and job boards. But the best part? They can help you figure out what you actually want to do with your life. Because let's face it, the career path after grad school isn't always linear or obvious. Career counselors can help you explore different options, identify your strengths and interests, and develop a plan for achieving your professional goals. Chapter 7. Academic Writing, from Panic-Inducing to Publication-Worthy. Let's be honest, academic writing can be a unique form of torture. Those endless citations, the jargon-filled sentences, the pressure to sound intelligent, it can make even the most seasoned writer break out in a cold sweat. But here's the thing. Writing is a skill, and like any skill, it can be learned and improved upon. The first step is to demystify the process. Academic writing has its own set of conventions and expectations, but once you understand those, it becomes less intimidating. Second, embrace the power of feedback. Share your work with professors, peers, even writing center tutors. Getting constructive criticism can help you identify weaknesses, improve your arguments, and polish your prose. Third, don't be afraid to experiment with different writing techniques. Some people swear by outlining, others prefer to dive right in and see where their thoughts take them. Find what works for you and don't be afraid to make mistakes. And finally, remember that good writing takes time and practice. The more you write, the better you'll become. So embrace the challenge, hone your skills, and who knows, maybe one day you'll be the one publishing groundbreaking research that other grad students have to cite in their papers. Chapter 8. Work-life balance. Because grad school shouldn't consume your entire existence. Let's talk about work-life balance, a concept that often feels as elusive as a unicorn riding a roller coaster on a rainbow. It's easy to get caught up in the pressure cooker environment of grad school, where the lines between work and life blur into a never-ending cycle of research, writing, and studying. But here's the thing, you are not a robot. You are a human being with needs and desires that extend beyond the confines of your academic pursuits. And neglecting those needs will ultimately lead to burnout, resentment, and a serious case of the "I can't look at another textbook" and mythical work-life balance. It starts with setting boundaries. Designate specific times for work and stick to them as much as possible. When you're off the clock, be fully present in your personal life. Spend time with loved ones, engage in hobbies, do things that bring you joy and recharge your batteries. And remember, it's okay to say no to extra commitments, even academic ones if you need time for yourself. Chapter 9. The advisor-advisee relationship, finding your academic Yoda. In the galaxy of grad school, your advisor is like your own personal Yoda. A wise mentor who guides you on your academic journey, imparts wisdom, and occasionally speaks in cryptic riddles. But unlike Luke and Yoda, your relationship with your advisor is a two-way street. It's a partnership that requires open communication, mutual respect, and a shared understanding of each other's expectations. A good advisor can make all the difference in your grad school experience. They can provide invaluable feedback on your research, connect you with opportunities, and advocate for you in the academic world. But finding the right advisor is crucial. Before committing to a program, research potential advisors, attend their presentations, and, if possible, schedule a meeting to discuss your research interests and see if your personalities mesh. Once you've found your academic Yoda, nurture that relationship, communicate regularly, be proactive in seeking feedback, and don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Remember, your advisor is there to support you, but they can't read your mind. At least not all of them can. Chapter 10. Life After the Hood, Exploring Post-Graduation Opportunities. Congratulations, you've reached the final chapter, Life After Grad School. As you prepare to don that cap and gown and toss your mortarboard into the air, you might be wondering, now what? The good news is a graduate degree opens doors to a world of possibilities. But with those possibilities comes a healthy dose of uncertainty. The career path after grad school isn't always linear or predictable. Some graduates go on to pursue careers in academia, teaching and conducting research at universities. Others venture into industry, applying their skills and knowledge in various sectors like technology, healthcare, or finance. And still, others explore entrepreneurial endeavors, starting their own businesses or consulting in their fields of expertise. The key is to start exploring your options early on. Attend career fairs, network with professionals in your field, and consider internships or part-time jobs that align with your interests. And remember, your career path is a journey, not a destination. It's okay to change course, pivot your focus, or even take a detour along the way. And there you have it. 10 things you didn't know about grad school. From hidden costs to career services, we've covered a lot of ground today, but the most important takeaway is this. Grad school is a challenging but ultimately rewarding experience. It's a time for intellectual growth, personal discovery, and forging lifelong connections. So embrace the challenges, celebrate the victories, and remember that you've got this. Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more insightful content. Share your own grad school experiences in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, happy studying.